Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today coming at you with a really fun deck, Time Thief. This version is a little more pure. It's not quite like the Raid Raptor, Time Thief kind of stuff. This one does have a really cool engine with Phantom Knights, Rusty Bardich, kind of that engine. That also allows us to go into some really cool Xyz plays that you'll see. Mostly because obviously this deck is kind of meant to go into rank 4 Xyz, and they're also dark, which helps with everything that I'm kind of trying to do with this deck. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off, of course, with, I guess, the poster boy, not necessarily the best card, but Time Thief Winder. Now this one, when it's normal or special summoned, you can just add a Time Thief card from your deck to your hand. Then you can also detach an Xyz material, and then you could special summon this from hand. Probably the best one to open up with, at least, is Time Thief Regulator. You just normal summon this, and if you control no other monsters, you just tribute this and special summon any 2 Time Thief monsters with different names from your deck. So usually it's going to be like a Winder, and now it's going to be the newly released Adjuster. And I'm actually playing it at 3. You don't need to, but it is nice to open, obviously, with cards like Winder. You can open with Adjuster. Basically, all you have to do is just normal or special summon a Time Thief, and then you can special summon this from your hand, and then you can also send any Time Thief card from your deck to the graveyard, which again can kind of get your plays going. You could send some of the spells, traps, so you can attach them later. It's a really good card. And I'm playing 2 Bezel Ship. Let me move this down a little bit. 2 Bezel. It has a quick effect from your hand. You just tribute this, or sorry, not from the hand. You just tribute this card, target a Time Thief Xyz you control, and attach 1 card from your opponent's graveyard to that Xyz monster. So that's good. I find it hard to get, like, sometimes spell cards attached to your Time Thief monsters, so this makes it really easy to do that. And then you can also, when this is in the graveyard, detach an Xyz material, and then you can special summon this card. Kind of cool. And then just kind of another Time Thief name, just 1 Chrono Quarter. It's not that great, basically just another name. It has a during your opponent's battle phase, you can tribute this card, and the next battle damage you take is inflicted to your opponent instead. And then if a face-up Xyz you control leaves the field while this is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. So it's just kind of okay. And then we're also playing a Rocket engine in here. It's just a really good, obviously level 4s are free, and then it's dark as well, so that just helps with everything we're trying to do. And then this is also a tuner, so you can potentially go into synchro plays if you want. And then the Phantom Knights engine, so we have the 1 Silent Boots and the 1 Ancient Cloak. And then for a hand trap, I chose to go with DD Crow, just because I wanted everything to be dark. You can of course play whatever you want. You'll see why I want it dark with a card replay later. That's it for the monsters. Spells for the Time Thieves, playing 2 Startup. It's a quick play. You just activate it, and you can special summon a Time Thief from your hand. You can also banish this from your graveyard and target a Time Thief you control, and you can attach a Time Thief card with different types, monster, spell, trap, from your graveyard to that monster. So that's a good way of obviously, getting like a redoer just loaded with everything you need for it. Does require setup though, so it's not really one that you need to open with, so that's why we play 2. Usually I like to, maybe search one and maybe send one to the grave. That's kind of the idea behind that one. And then just 1 Time Thief Hack. This is good at protection for your Xyz monsters. During the turn they're special summoned, your Xyz monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or targeted by card effects. And then I'm playing 3 Quick Launch. Obviously we're playing the Rocket cards, so playing 3 of this is just free monsters, and it's not once per turn, so I'm definitely fine playing 3 of that. And then since we're playing all darks, thought going Allure of Darkness, just to thin our deck a little bit to try to get to our, cards like Regulator, Adjuster, try to get to those powerful cards that usually allow you to go into multiple Xyz monsters in a turn, or go into our kind of like target play. And then we play the 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Double or Nothing, so we're playing the Utopia Double package, and then for our Phantom Knights we're playing the Rank Up Magic Launch, which these kind of go hand in hand. You'll see why with the cards we play in the extra deck. And then 3 Shade Brigandine, because this is a card you definitely want to open with. Not only is it dark, but it is a level 4. It's just a free monster, basically. And then we want the 2 Fogblade, potentially search it off of our Rusty Bardich, if you so decide to. And then for the Time Thief traps, playing 2 Flyback. This one's nice to have in the graveyard usually, because you could banish this and then target a Time Thief Xyz you control, and then you can attach a card from your opponent's graveyard to it. So again, that's a nice way of getting like a spell card attached to your Redoer or any of your Time Thief monsters. And then 2 Retrograde. When a spell trap is activated, you can negate the activation and attach it to a Time Thief monster you control, Time Thief Xyz. So again, just a really cool way of negating a powerful spell or trap and attaching it to your monster. So that is the main deck. And for the extra, we're playing the 1 Redoer. 3 really good effects on him. 1 Double Barrel. And then the 1 Perpetua. Just 1 of each. I contemplated doing, 2 Double Barrel, 2 Redoer. Perpetua is really just a 1 of. But yeah, they all have their... usually, if you can get 2 of 3 of these, it's really nice. Any combination of 2 of these is usually a pretty nice opening board, or kind of our combo that we're doing with the Utopia. I'll show you that here in just a second. 1 Abyss Dweller is another rank 4 option, and same with Bagooska. It's kind of just like if you just have 2 monsters you want to just end your turn, Bagooska's a nice one to usually end on. And then so we play the Utopia Double, and the main reason we're playing that is not to go for OTKs, but to go for Utopia Kaiser. And then Utopia Kaiser will then use his effect to summon a Utopia, and then a Big Eye. And then you'll hopefully have searched your Rank Up Magic Launch with your Rusty Bardich, and you can go into Kali Yuga on your opponent's turn. So it's really easy. All you need is just the ability to go into a rank 4 Utopia Double, and then make a Rusty Bardich. And then Rusty Bardich, usually you'll make him first, and then go into your rank 4. And obviously off of Rusty Bardich, you can search a level 4 monster basically with Shade Brigandine, and then you'll search your Rank Up Magic Launch to then go into your double, summon out the Kaiser. So you'll usually have Rusty Bardich, Kaiser, this, and then the Kaiser will summon out Big Eye and Utopia, and then on your opponent's turn, you'll use Rank Up Magic Launch to then summon out Kali Yuga. So that's kind of the simple combo that we do. That is actually just really, really good, and pretty easy with this deck. Obviously you have to open up pretty decent, but not like crazy. So yeah, that's all the rank monsters we play, and then of course the Rusty Bardich is definitely a necessity. And then we play the IP Masquerena, which I usually like to go into this first and then go into the Rusty Bardich, because this makes your link monster, it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is nice. We also play the Appaloosa. You can sometimes go into it, and then Saryuja. Not as easy to go into, but sometimes, maybe you'll go into your Time Thief plays first, and then you need to go into your Utopia plays after that. But if you happen to draw Utopia double, double or nothing, you can't go into your Utopia double plays, so you need to get that double or nothing back into the deck, and Saryuja is probably the best way of doing that, so that's why we play him. And then the last one is just a synchro, a level 8 synchro. I chose to go with Draco, Berserker of the Tenyi. Helps with OTKing, and then also will, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you just banish it. So it doesn't negate, but it does get rid of a potential problem monster. So that is the deck, guys. Again, it's a really fun deck. And I feel with this Utopia, basically Utopia Kaiser engine in here, it's just really powerful. And you can do some cool stuff with it. There's some really powerful, new releases with Adjuster. Is a really nice new card. But yeah, check it out, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you on the next one.